Hello everyone, welcome to today's presentation. I'm excited to introduce our topic, Mega Goal 2.2. Today we'll be exploring Unit 7, titled There is No Place Like Home. We'll be listening, discussing, and learning about the importance of home and what makes it special. So get ready for an engaging session where we'll dive into this meaningful subject. Let's get started. Today we're going to explore the difference between a home and a house. While we often use these words interchangeably, they actually have distinct meanings. A house is simply a building, bricks, walls, a roof, that provides shelter. A home, on the other hand, is much more than that. It's where we feel safe, loved, and comfortable. Next, we'll look at the interior and exterior of a home. The exterior includes things like the front yard, the porch, the windows, and the overall appearance of the house. The interior refers to the inside spaces, living rooms, bedrooms, kitchens, that make up the inside environment of your home. It's also important to recognize some of the key things at home, like your furniture, appliances, and personal belongings, that make your space uniquely yours. These elements help create a warm and welcoming atmosphere. And to wrap up, I want to share a quote about home. Home is not a place, it's a feeling. This reminds us that home is really about the comfort and happiness we find within those walls, no matter what the house looks like. A home is the place where someone lives, and it represents safety and comfort. It's more than just a building, it's a space where we feel protected and relaxed. When I say home, I could be talking about a small town, a busy city, or even a whole country. It's about the environment that surrounds us and makes us feel at ease. Now, a house is a specific type of building in which someone lives. Unlike a home, which is full of feelings and memories, a house is more concrete. It's the physical structure, the walls, the roof. Think of it as the shell of where we live. So, what do you think is the difference between a house and a home? Is it just the building itself, or is there something more? Often, a house becomes a home when we add our personal touch, our furniture, our family, our stories. It's those elements that turn a simple house into a warm, welcoming home. Understanding this distinction helps us appreciate how our environment shapes our feelings of safety and belonging. It's a key part of understanding where we feel most comfortable and connected. Let's take a moment to think about the most important things in your house. When I mention words like lights, fridge, living room, garage, computer, TV, bedroom, and kitchen, I want you to consider why these items matter to you. Lights are essential because they help us see and create a comfortable environment. The fridge keeps our food fresh and safe. The living room is often where we relax and spend time with family or friends. The garage is useful for storage or for our vehicles. The computer and TV are sources of entertainment and information, helping us stay connected and informed. The bedroom is our personal space for rest, and the kitchen is where we prepare our meals. These items are more than just objects. They're parts of our daily lives that contribute to our comfort, safety, and well-being. As we move through this presentation, think about what you value most in your home and why. Understanding what we consider essential in our living spaces helps us appreciate the role these items play in our routines and our overall quality of life. Let's take a moment to imagine both the outside and inside of my dream home. When I think about the exterior, I picture a welcoming facade, maybe with charming details like a cozy porch or beautiful landscaping that makes the house feel warm and inviting. The exterior is what first catches your eye, so I want it to reflect my personality, something stylish yet comfortable. Now, moving inside, the interior is just as important. I envision spacious rooms filled with natural light, creating a bright and cheerful atmosphere. The interior design would blend modern touches with cozy elements, making it a perfect place to relax or entertain guests. By describing both the exterior and interior, I'm emphasizing how the home's overall look and feel contribute to making it my ideal place to live. This ties into the overall theme of creating a space that truly reflects comfort, style, and personal touch. Let's explore some different styles of homes that can inspire your dream house. First, we have classic furniture, which brings a timeless and elegant feel, often with ornate details and rich wood finishes. Moving on, imagine a cozy cottage, small, inviting, and perfect for creating a warm, homely atmosphere. Then there's modern furniture, characterized by clean lines, minimalism, and functional design, ideal for a sleek, contemporary look. And finally, the glass house, which emphasizes transparency and a strong connection to the surrounding environment, offering stunning views and natural light. Now, when we think about the exterior of your dream home, consider how these styles translate. A classic home might feature traditional architecture, with detailed moldings and a welcoming porch. A cozy cottage usually has a charming, rustic exterior with natural materials like stone or wood. Modern exteriors tend to be minimalist, with smooth surfaces, large windows, and a focus on geometric shapes. Glass houses, of course, are all about transparency, walls of glass that blend the indoors with the outdoors. Switching to the interior, each style creates a different atmosphere. Classic interiors often include elegant furniture, intricate decor, and warm colors. Cozy cottages put comfort first, with soft textiles, warm lighting, and a lived-in charm. Modern interiors emphasize open spaces, sleek furniture, and neutral palettes, making rooms feel spacious and uncluttered. Glass houses inside might feature minimalist decor, with an emphasis on natural light and unobstructed views. So, when describing both the interior and exterior of your dream home, think about how each element complements the overall style and your personal taste. The exterior sets the first impression, while the interior creates the daily living experience. Combining these aspects thoughtfully can truly bring your dream home to life. All right, let's take a closer look at this slide. Here, we're focusing on the quotes about home. First, you might notice the numbers listed from 1 to 10. These represent the total number of quotes we're exploring. Now, you may be wondering, what exactly are these quotes about? Well, they delve into the meaning of home, what it represents, and how it influences us. Next, the question arises, how many quotes are there? As we see here, there are 10 in total, which gives us a diverse collection to reflect on. These quotes are not just random words, they carry deep insights into the emotional and cultural significance of home. Finally, this slide invites us to listen carefully and discuss these ideas. It's a great opportunity to think about what home means to each of us and how these quotes can inspire a deeper understanding. Throughout this presentation, remember that these reflections tie into the broader theme of belonging, identity, and comfort. So, let's listen closely and consider how these words resonate with our own experiences. According to the writer, feelings of love are the most important. Love often makes us feel happy and connected, and it's essential in building meaningful relationships. When we talk about expressing love, sometimes it's like a whistle, forcing air through a small hole to make a high sound. That sound can symbolize happiness, showing that someone is truly joyful and at peace. Love also involves showing honesty and support for others. Being genuine and supportive helps strengthen bonds. Loyalty is another key aspect, standing by someone through good times and bad. You might recognize the name Ernestine Schumann-Heink. She was a famous singer who spoke about the significance of love and loyalty. Now, who said this quote? It's a reminder that feelings of love, honesty, and loyalty are central to human connection. As we explore this theme, remember that love isn't just a feeling. It's also about actions and sincerity that build trust and happiness in our lives. Let's take a moment to look at the term mortar. In construction, mortar is essentially a mixture of lime, cement, sand, and water. Its primary purpose is to bond bricks or stones together, creating a strong and durable structure. When you think about building walls or other masonry projects, mortar is what holds everything in place securely. It's a vital component that ensures stability and longevity in construction. As we continue, keep in mind how fundamental materials like mortar are to the integrity of the structures we see around us, connecting to the overall theme of building techniques and materials. Now, does anyone know who might have said a quote related to this? Let's take a moment to consider the word tires. While it might seem simple, it actually serves as a powerful metaphor here. Just like tires, the mood or feeling in a place can influence how we experience it. The atmosphere, in essence, shapes our perception and our behavior. Now, the phrase, "no air in the tire equals children never leave the house," really underscores this idea. If the atmosphere or environment is stifling or lacking vitality, just like a tire without air, children may feel confined or unable to thrive outside their familiar space. It highlights the importance of creating a positive, lively atmosphere that encourages growth and exploration. And who said this quote? It's a thought-provoking way to remind us that the emotional or social climate we foster can significantly impact development and freedom. So, as we move through this presentation, keep in mind how the environment we create, whether personal, educational, or professional, can be the difference between a stagnant space and one full of energy and opportunity. So, when we see the word lodge, it essentially means to provide someone with accommodation or a place to stay. It's a term often used when talking about offering shelter or a temporary place to sleep. Now, you might be wondering, who said this quote? Well, this definition is quite straightforward and is often found in dictionaries or language resources to clarify the meaning of the word. Understanding words like lodge is important because it helps us grasp the various ways language can be used, especially when discussing hospitality or travel. It ties into our overall theme of language and communication, showing how a simple word can carry multiple meanings depending on context. So keep in mind, lodge isn't just about a hotel or an inn. It can also refer to any act of providing shelter, which is a fundamental aspect of hospitality and human connection. Let's talk about the word comfort. Comfort means helping someone who is hurt or feeling bad for some reason. It's about offering kindness and support when someone is going through a tough time. Next, we have the idea of protecting someone or something from harm. This is about providing a safe space or shelter. Shelter is where you go to stay safe and warm, especially when the weather is bad or when you're in danger. Then there's furniture. Furniture includes the chairs, tables, beds, and other items that make a space more comfortable and functional. Now, as we look at these quotes, think about who might have said them. These words all connect to the idea of caring for others and creating safe, comfortable spaces. Whether you're helping someone feel better, protecting them from harm, or making a space cozy with furniture, it all ties back to caring and safety. These concepts are important because they remind us of the ways we can support and protect those around us, which is a key part of building a compassionate community. So, according to the writer, a worn chair can actually feel more comfortable than a brand new one. And the reason for that is pretty interesting. It's because of the feelings of trust and old memories that come with it. When we sit in something that's been around for a while, it often reminds us of good times or familiar places, which makes us feel more at ease. Now, you might wonder, who actually said these quotes? Well, the idea of a worn chair being cozy is often expressed in a very informal way, like calling it comfy, which is just a short, casual form of comfortable. It's a word we use every day to describe something that feels good to sit on. And when we talk about something worn, we mean it's damaged or in poor condition, usually because it's old and used a lot. So, a worn chair isn't perfect in a traditional sense, but it can be perfect in a cozy, nostalgic way. This ties into the overall theme of our presentation, which is about finding comfort and value in things that are well-used and familiar, rather than always chasing the new and shiny. Sometimes, the charm really is in the wear and tear. So, take a moment to consider these quotes. Which one resonates with you the most? And more importantly, why? This slide is about reflection, thinking about the core messages that stood out during this presentation. Each quote captures a different perspective or insight, and by choosing your favorite, you're connecting personally with the ideas we've discussed. It's also a great way to see how these ideas relate to the bigger picture, whether that's innovation, leadership, or growth. So, think about which quote truly speaks to your experience or values, and consider what makes it meaningful to you. This process helps us internalize the key themes and see how they can inspire our own actions moving forward. When I think of a lodge, I imagine a cozy, welcoming place that provides shelter and a sense of refuge. It's more than just a building. It's about creating an environment where people feel safe and at ease. Sometimes, a lodge can become worn over time, reflecting its history and the many stories it has witnessed. But even when it's worn, it still offers a sense of warmth and familiarity. Furnishing a space is essential to making it comfortable. Good furnishings add to the atmosphere, making a place inviting and functional. Think of mortar. It's the binding agent that holds everything together, whether in construction or in relationships. Just like mortar, strong bonds help build a solid atmosphere of trust and comfort. Speaking of atmosphere, it's about the overall feeling or vibe of a place, calm, welcoming, and reassuring. When the atmosphere is right, it promotes comfort and relaxation. And at the core of all these elements is loyalty, whether it's loyalty to a place, to traditions, or to each other. Loyalty helps sustain the spirit of a community or a space over time. So all these concepts, lodge, shelter, worn, furnish, mortar, atmosphere, comfort, loyalty, they're interconnected. They remind us that creating a sense of home or community is about more than physical structures. It's about fostering an environment where people feel secure, valued, and connected. Let's start with making the home atmosphere pleasant. Creating a warm and inviting environment is essential because it influences how we feel and interact within our space. When the atmosphere is comfortable and welcoming, it truly becomes a sanctuary for everyone who enters. Next, it's important to distinguish between a house and a home. A house is simply a building, something physical and structural. But a home is much more than that. It's where someone lives and creates memories. It's the emotional space where love and life happen, and that distinction is key to understanding the true value of our living spaces. Moving on, the small house can hold a lot of friends because of love. This highlights that it's not about the size of the place, but the warmth and care we put into it. Love transforms a modest space into a gathering place, a source of comfort and connection for those we care about. Now, I want to mention Dorothy Parker, a writer who often captured the essence of home and human connection in her work. Her insights remind us that home isn't just physical, it's also about the relationships and emotions we nurture inside it. Finally, Lin Yudang and Ernestine Schumann-Heink offered perspectives on the importance of home, love, and cultural understanding. Their words emphasize that a true home is a reflection of love, community, and shared values. Overall, these points tie back to our central theme: creating a home environment that is pleasant, meaningful, and filled with love enriches our lives and the lives of those around us. All right, for the final slide, let's focus on the workbook and homework. On page 291, you'll find the exercises labeled, and these are designed to help you reinforce what we've covered today. I encourage you to work through these problems thoroughly, as they are a great way to deepen your understanding. Remember, the key concepts we've discussed are essential to mastering this content, so take your time and think about how they connect to the bigger picture we've been building throughout this presentation. Completing these exercises will not only solidify your learning, but also prepare you for applying these ideas in real-world scenarios. So, I suggest setting aside some dedicated time to work on them. Keep in mind, consistent practice is the best way to ensure retention and confidence in this material. Thanks for your attention, and I look forward to seeing how you apply these concepts.